All right, let's transition to the NFL, and we'll get to the divisional weekend predictions. We'll get to our power rankings, but real quick, and I do kind of want to do this rapid fire. We spent a lot of time in the college world. Obviously, a big week and a big weekend coming
and
up,
rightly so,
for college football. But
and rightly so.
Real quick, kind of rapid fire. If anybody has any quick takeaways from Wild Card Weekend, let's hear them before we get to the predictions.
First takeaway is Justin Herbert couldn't get any more unlucky with a couple of those interceptions, hitting people right in the hands and then being like, oh, I'm sorry. Here, Mr. Texan, you take this and run the other way. We all, and I'm pretty sure everybody that was on the show last week left Houston for dead, and we're like, wow, there's no way this team's going to find a way.
And rightly so.
Correct. And they found a way to win a football game. Kudos to those guys. My other takeaway, and then I'll step back. Don't let the Rams get hot.
Holy fuck.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. They look real good. EJ, any quick takeaways from Wild Card Weekend?
Oh, God, so many. Fucking Herbert. We have a conversation about Herbert. We have a conversation about Tomlin.
Quick takeaways.
Sam, shut up, Matthew. Sam Darnold costs a lot of money. I mean, a lot of shit. I mean, where do you start? Hey, the Rams are dangerous. All I'm going to say about that.
Why don't you just plug Earnestly Speaking, where somebody was intelligently talking about these things?
That's your job.
Like me.
You can do that right now.
Wait, Kyle, were you on the show? Because you said intelligently.
Oh, let's see. Now you got all the clues in question. Yes, I was. Well done, sir.
Wow. That was quick.
It's so goddamn rude.
Student
so goddamn true.
Let's go. Mikey Bird voice acting and shit.
That's good. That's good.
That is so goddamn true.
Student game, quick takeaways from Wild Card.
My takeaway, and I'll make it a quick one. I told you, Cats, all year long, I don't give a shit if they had 14 wins, even though Mike gave less of a shit because he didn't want to have anything to do with the Vikings on the end of the year's NFL awards show. Check that out on the Student of the Game, by the way. But I always told you I had my doubts about the Vikings long term. And EJ, Christian, and I both said if the Rams get hot. But damn, and you were on the board too.
Only guy that took the Rams out of us to win this past.
I wasn't brave enough. So you're right. Listen, it was just like the fucking Lions and the Chiefs to open previous season, man. I get it. I wasn't brave enough, but I did acknowledge it was on the board. But Jesus Christ, I didn't think the Rams would flip the fucking board over. Okay, this is what happens with the Vikings. It's a thing they do. And as I said on EJ Christian's show, the Viking logo needs to shave its beard, dye its hair browner, and change that helmet to a 10-gallon hat. Boom, Cowboys. There we go.
Matt, quick takeaways from Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah, we heard a lot of chatter from Vikings fans and the Chargers fans, and NFL was possibly looking into changing the playoff format to allow the better records to host the playoff game. If you want that to happen, then you need to show up when it matters, and neither team did. Keep the format the same.
Yep.
Bingo.
Agreed.
I love it.
One caveat.
Scrap all of what I just said.
No losing team.
That was good.
No losing team should host a game. That is what I'd push back with.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's an anomaly.
Okay.
So.
Not really.
Sean, quick takeaways from Wild Card Weekend.
All right. Well, one takeaway was Sam Darnold is who he thought he was. Just throwing that out there, man. But also McVay continues to be a mad genius. You know, I picked him apart for resting his starters.
They are who we thought they were.
Bringing the Vikings to town and not settling, not getting the Commanders. And then what happens? That he wins his game, the Bucs lose theirs. And down here in this part of the country, I'll tell you this: if you didn't believe in Jaden Daniels before, you best believe in him now.
Welcome to the party, pal.
That kid came to play. Just an absolutely spectacular time. And I think the cream has risen. I think minus the sad Houston Texans waddling into Arrowhead. I think beyond that, we see pretty much who we've had at the top of the NFL. So the other takeaway is that the cream is rising, and at the end, the next round, you should see potentially the four best teams playing for the Super Bowl. So that's my other big takeaway, is that it's settling nicely. It's just taking a while.
Disagree. I think two of the best
Right,
teams
yeah,
are
Matt,
playing
say
each
yeah.
other.
Yeah,
Shut the
say
fuck
Matt.
up, EJ. I'm doing a wrestling impression for the wrestling people so they can hype up the 3 Count Thursday show because you don't even do wrestling shows anymore. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he said the
Are you
cream
drunk?
is rising to the top.
Are you
He's
drunk?
not drunk.
He's not
God
drunk.
damn it! You
I like that.
Fuck you, you
just have that
interrupting
effect on people,
motherfucker.
EJ.
no, Matt. Were you going to say that because of the Ravens Bills game?
Correct.
Yep, there you go. Totally agree with you.
I'm
One-
not that too. Take that
my-
off.
Yeah, I know.
Pass.
my biggest, well, I've kind of two. One, kudos to the Arizona Cardinals staff and stadium staff and everything to get that stadium ready, kind of make it look as best you can like a Rams home game, and everything they did to get the teams there on a short week. Again, our thoughts with the people of California dealing with just unimaginable horror with the wildfires. So our thoughts continue to be with them and the firefighters and everybody out there. But the other one, and whether it's the quarterback, whether it's assistant coaches, whether right, wrong, or indifferent, it's the head coach. Pittsburgh Steelers, in probably the very short term, be it this offseason or next, may have some really hard decisions to start making because it's no disrespect to a really, really good head coach. Sometimes being great in the regular season isn't enough, but that we can tackle more in the off season.
We're talking about the Vikings still. Oh, the Steelers.
well, that too. But yeah, we will press on as we go into divisional weekend in the National Football League. 8 teams remain in the National Football League, and we will start appropriately as the Houston Texans usually do on a Saturday afternoon. This one 4:30 Eastern time on ESPN/ABC. It's number 4 seed Houston Texans. They are 11-7. They travel to the number 1 seed off the bye, 15-2 Kansas City Chiefs, your 2-time defending champions. Had to get in there for EJ before he had to say it. They are an 8-point home favorite. 41.5 is your over/under. Sean, we'll start with you.
Man, they do not think anyone's going to score points.
At least one team.
At least one team won't score any points. Yeah, I've 8 points is a lot, but I think it has to be. The Texans did better than I thought they would. I did not think that was going to be a good showing for them at all. I don't even think it was a hardball thing. I think it was just I thought the Texans were going to come in and fizzle out, and they played good defense, and I think they'll continue to play good defense. But I think the Chiefs are just going to be too much for them. I think there's a turnover or two in the Chiefs' favor that either set up points or pick sixes. So I'm going to take the Chiefs to cover that 8, and I think they do it winning the turnover battle. And 41.5, I guess I'll take the over, especially if we're getting free points off turnovers. Give me the over on the 41.
I mean, to be fair, Sean, in the points department, at least as the defending champs go, 30 points or more only twice, and it was the even number 30. So, and as Kyle's pointed out all season, they are a defensive squad.
Thank
Not
you.
enough.
All
Yes,
the
they
previous
are,
2 seasons
As well, yes.
Yeah,
Matt.
well, that's why I almost gave Houston the points because the Chiefs don't win by 8. But this time they're gonna.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, I'm going to actually agree with Big Dick Devin here and go with the Chiefs minus the 8 and take the under there. I think the defense of the Chiefs is going to be too much for the Texans and their depleted wide receiver core. And the defense, while they did nice against the Chargers, I don't think they'll get as much ball luck this time.
So I know we've touched on the Chiefs and their point differential throughout the season at plus 59 as a 15-2 squad. The Houston Texans, probably the most baffling of any of them, a 0. They have scored the same number of points that they gave up in the regular season.
Well, going into last week, the Rams were in the negative. I saw that going into last week's game, so I was really baffled.
Yeah, they were minus 19 on the regular season. Yeah, wow.
Crazy.
Student of the game.
First, before I get started, the point differential I think will happen. I'm going to invite special guest analyst Billy Bob from the movie Varsity Blues.
Billy Bob.
Hold on. I'm not going to be able to find. Wait.
Fucking 10.
There it is.
It's 10.
Who wants to play?
Damn it. Because I know this is the one that
10. A fucking 10.
that's your point differential for this game. So I am obviously taking the Chiefs to cover. The big play here, under, gentlemen. The play is the under. All we hear all over the place is how bad the Texans' offensive line is, and also we do it by way of anybody who covers the Texans. Shouts to the Texans 22 podcast, my dude VT. Chris Jones is going to murder these cats, straight up. The student of the game, defensive player of the year, is going to make the difference. Patrick LaVon Mahomes II survives eventually, because if you have the ball that long, you're going to stumble into some points to Travis Michael Kelsey and somebody else. So, yeah, give me the Chiefs to cover and the under. Devin, with his pick right here, nailing it like Ron Jeremy.
EJ.
It's funny to Kyle's point, because all the games this weekend all went under. So that's the trend. And that, yeah, I look at 41 and a half. I'm like, God damn it, dude. Can you at least get 42? Is it possible?
42 is not the answer to everything in the universe.
I agree. But you know, I'm gonna go against Kyle on this one. I'm gonna take the over in this. I'm gonna take a slight over in this one, just because fuck Vegas.
Nailed it.
And but yeah,
Who
the easy
does
bet here.
42 work for?
but
Las Vegas.
the easy bet here, the best bet here is the Chiefs, obviously. I know it's tempting to take the Texans the points here because their defense played well last week and whatnot. But this is the Chiefs' time to shine. This is the time of year. So they'll find a way to cover eight points. Maybe the Chiefs taking the over. Yes, my team.
More, Jim.
Championship pedigree, baby.
Oh, God.
Homer.
It's not even a pedigree, dumbass.
Get your mouth shut.
Mikey B.
I'm so fucking glad he took the fucking Chiefs in the over, because now I feel so much better. Give me the goddamn Houston Texans plus the points, and give me the under. Because here's the deal. Defensive player of the year, Chris Jones, the best defensive player in the game of football, probably should get MVP votes. Let's be very transparent about that. We've talked about that.
Some of us have talked about that on the Student of the Game pod.
Yeah, yes, we have. But I will leave it at this. While those votes will also take place, here's the deal. The Chiefs aren't scoring the way they have the last 2 years.
They're not going to.
Cool, they got Hollywood. They got Hollywood Brown. Don't worry, he'll stub his toe midway through the first quarter and be out with turf toe.
Oh my
That guy can't stay healthy if his life depended on it. I'm supposed to be scared of him? Pass. Texans under. Book it.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, I would love nothing more than the Houston Texans to pull this one off. I don't see it this week. Whether or not
I'm rooting for it because I want a really smug fucking Tuesday show next week. I want him crying because not only did Matt win a national title, but his savior and his Holy Spirit gets to sit at home and watch the AFC title game.
No. Tom Brady's retired.
No bad.
Thank you.
It's
Let
okay.
him
Tom's
know,
bad.
pal.
Freeman's his
Tom's
boy,
gonna
and he
be
loves
giving
Jaden Daniels, and he'll just come up with something.
Yeah,
else.
he's
He'll find
got
it.
other stuff.
But
Like
no,
I
I
said,
think-
Sean McVay's my boy. You know, I think
This is what I'm rooting for. This is what I'm rooting for. As long as he wins this week, I don't give a fuck.
that's what he
Oh,
wants.
Bills.
That would be Lamar Demetrius Jackson. He held up for the podcast edition.
No,
yes.
sorry. Yeah,
Um,
thank you, Kyle. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I actually think that the Chiefs cruise pretty easily. Not something they normally do this season, but they'll do it this week. Sorry, Texans. Thanks for eliminating Jim Harbaugh. You can go back to Houston. Hey, just rest your hat on the fact you're the best NFL team in the state of Texas right now. There you go. Congratulations. So-
I think the Longhorns are better. Anyway.
and
Go
debatable.
A&M.
That's not saying much.
Chiefs plus, but I will take an under because I don't see points coming from the other side. All right, and then we go to Saturday night, 8:00 Eastern time on Fox. It is the number 6 seed and 13-5 Washington Commanders. They travel to, again, off the bye, the number 1 seed, 15-2 Detroit Lions. They are a 9.5-point home favorite. Your over under is 55.5. Sean.
Well, Jaden Daniels has made a living this season on not making mistakes. And I think that's going to continue for a little while. But eventually the Lions are going to force him to make them. And I think the Lions are going to win this game. However, 9.5 points is a ridiculous amount of points. And
Correct.
I know Detroit's been killing people, and I know that they've been mowing teams down. I don't think they mow the Washington Commanders down. I think the Commanders are going down, but I think that they're going to put up one heck of a fight before they do. I think the defense makes one of their better stands, and they're going to put everything they can. And I think Jaden Daniels keeps right up with Mr. Goff, and it's close. So I'm going to take the Commanders to lose but win on the points. And at 55.5, you couldn't pay me to take the under in this game. 55.5 is going to get surpassed in the late third quarter, early fourth quarter. Give me the over.
So, because I have it on the ready here. Yeah, the Eagles number 2 point differential in the league, 160. The Lions number 1 at plus 222 on the year.
It's insane.
That's ridiculous, man.
Now they had a few games that really pushed it, but
there was
but
a
that's
couple that were
still
like
baffling.
One of them you could see on Fans First Sports Network. That write-up and that breakdown on the Duval Dive as well, because it was the Jacksonville Jaguars, Fans First Sports Network.
All right,
If there's
Matt.
a recipe for inflating that stat, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Titans.
Well, the AFC South, or in general, right?
In general.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, the over is the definite play here. I think it's going to be a shootout between both of these teams. I do like the Commanders plus the points. I feel like what we're going to see is the Lions will be up 7, and they could kick a field goal to go up 10 and give the ball back to the Commanders. And instead, Man Campbell goes for it, gets it on 4th down, and just runs out the clock. And we see the Commanders cover that. So give me the Commanders plus the points.
All
right,
wants to go ahead and win this. He can. I just want to put that out there. If Jaden wants to win this one, go ahead and take the Lions down. That's fine by me.
Doing the game.
Yeah, give me the Red Tails. Sorry, Commanders to cover. I think this becomes a straight up shootout. I think the injuries matter for the Lions. Yeah, they've had a little time to recover, but they're still not at full strength. At the end of the day, Sonic and Knuckles will both be running. I think they'll do a lot on offense. I think Jaden Daniels will do Jaden Daniels things. All the stuff we're talking about at day's end. Give me the cover for the Red Tails. They lose the game, but also give me the over in the points.
All right, EJ.
So this game will be a competitive game. I think it'll be competitive. But I think ultimately Detroit will cover late, same way Denver and Buffalo played out during the game, and then Buffalo covers late. So give me the Lions to cover. And dude, I should take the over, man. But I'm gonna go opposite way. I'm gonna go under here. I think I get slight under.
Feel really good about this bet now.
Yeah, I know. Well, the best bet is Detroit, in my opinion. So,
Mikey B.
Well, Kyle mentioned it. Sonic and Knuckles are back, and what do? Collect gold coins. Well, what are the gold coins for those two gentlemen? Points. Points will be scored by the billion. The over is the easiest play on the entire slip all week. I'm glad Ernest took the under. I feel comfortable. That being said,
you do.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm glad I got your seal of approval there, bud. I'm taking Sonic and Knuckles. I'm going to take the Lions minus the points. I think they win this game. I think they're going to be one of those teams that's up 10 and Man Campbell goes for it on 4th and 1 from like the 40, where they're like, but is it really cool that he went for it on 4th down up by 2 possessions when you could have punted him the ball back? So yeah, 4th quarter Man Campbell, 4th down Man Campbell. Give me the Lions and the over.
Yeah, Lions definitely starting to get healthier using the bye week to their advantage. Still without Kevin Zeitler, Pat O'Connell, and Ennis Rakestraw, but Anzalone's back, Terrion Arnold's back, David Montgomery's back, Jack Campbell's back. So yeah, using the bye week to the best of their ability. 9.5 is a lot of points. I'm going to take Washington on a slight cover of that. I think we're looking at touchdown-ish. I think they'll be able to make it close. Lions do win this game, and I will also take the over. I think we are going to see a lot of points here. Devin has the Lions and the under in this one. And then let's move now to Sunday. 3 o'clock Eastern time on NBC. It is the number 4 seed Los Angeles Rams. They are 11-7 on the year. They travel to the number 2 seed Philadelphia Eagles, 15-3, who are a 6.5 point home favorite. 44.5 is your over under, Sean.
Well, McVay is the magic man, but he's out of tricks. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna work here. I think McVay pulled his magic show. He's gonna keep it close for a while, but if the Eagles only need a touchdown to cover the spread, I'm gonna take Philadelphia to cover. I think Saquon Barkley had a field day the last time he played against McVay.
Homer.
And I think that Saquon Barkley has another one. So give me Philadelphia here, and at 44.5. Man, that's tough because I think Stafford's going to have a hard time. I'm going to take a slight under in this game. I don't like it. I don't like the over-under on this game at all. I feel like they've put this at a real tough spot for me. So, but I think the number 1 defense in the NFL prevails, and the Eagles aren't going to need to really push the score up. So I'm going to take a slight under.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, this game will be interesting. I think we saw 2 teams that kind of did just enough. I mean, the Rams looked a lot more convincing in their win, but you saw them take the foot off the gas a little bit in that second half there, offensively at least. And the Eagles just kind of maintain status quo, it looked like. So it's tough to really get a read on, what either team is going to show up and do with this. That said, I'll take the Eagles to win by a touchdown. I'll take the over on this. I could see like a 27-20 win when all is said and done.
All right, student of the game.
We're not talking enough about the Eagles' defense on this. I think the Eagles' defensive front makes the difference in this game. And I think it's yeah. Well, I don't think we're talking enough about it even still, though, and not just you, Sean. I mean, all over the place with the playoffs. Like, we're not talking about it enough as a sports media community. You did your job, and I appreciate that, Sean. What I'm saying is, my brother, they're going to be the difference here. Old man, John Matthew Stafford is going to get a little bit roughed up. I feel like. Will he leave the game? Probably not, because he's John Matthew Stafford. Being said, if Cooper Kupp gets a little bit hot, that's going to be a problem. Give me Philly to cover, because if they're going to win the football game, it's going to be by more than a touchdown. If it's close, I think it's a game that the Rams sneak out. Avoid the over-under for this at all costs. This game could go literally anywhere. That being said, if you truly are a degenerate, let me take the
You're nothing but a degenerate.
Let me take the slight over.
All right.
Yeah, take your pick.
Do we know the weather of this game? The
cold.
By any chance?
Cold.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, cold, obviously. But is it snow?
I think there may be a chance of some winter weather. I'm pulling that up now.
Because if so, then it's Philly all day. I mean, but if the weather is doable, I look. The only chance
right now the forecast is mostly cloudy, high near 39. So
okay.
So no winter weather to speak of necessarily.
All right. So yeah. The best chance Rams win this game is a force shootout. Put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands, because if Saquon has the ball, it's over. They're not going to be able to stop Saquon. That line is going to do his job, and it's all over there. I do think they'll try to put into a shootout and force Jalen Hurts to be the guy to beat him. Look, Eagles probably win this game, but I think if the weather is decent by Sunday afternoon, I'll take the Rams on the points, and I will take a slight over just based on the weather. Otherwise, I would have gone the other way, but give me a slight over.
Jesus
All right,
Christ,
so
he sat on the fence like 8 times in that.
It's okay.
Well, he doesn't even get on the fence for the first 2 minutes. He peeks over it, and then he goes through a gate in the fence, and then peeks over the other side.
Thank you, Sean. I got to assess situation, look, and
he climbs up there, finds a comfortable perch, and then talks about the weather on both sides.
Yeah.
And then he gets down, and he's like, I don't even like that fence. That's the best, is he'll get down and be like, I don't even like that fence. I'm gonna go back in my van.
This fence is bullshit.
I hate this fence.
It hurts.
Mikey B.
I really feel bad about my pick now because fucking fence sitter boy over here
Fuck, Jesus
fucking
Christ,
took
is
all
the
of it.
fucking A.
Don't let him impact you.
He flops onto my picks all the time by accident.
Yeah, you're right. He does. He's like a fucking gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish? What just happened?
I don't know what that was.
You're welcome. That being said, I'm going to take John Matthew Stafford and the Rams plus the points. I am going to take the over because here's the deal. You sit here and tell me Kyron Williams is just as good of a running back. Is he Saquon Barkley? No, but he's pretty damn good.
He could.
He is.
Probably a
Did you
top
say
5
he's
running
just
back in the
as good
national.
of a running back, but he's not as good.
He's just as good of an option. You can't. Not everyone's going to have Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
There's one
That's
Saquon
true.
Barkley. There's 30 other running backs in the NFL.
I think serviceable is the term you're looking
Yeah,
for.
Joe
I got
Shane.
you.
Remember that guy? You fucking.
But he's
douchebag.
also a really good pass catching back. He also makes things happen in the game that we're not talking about. That being said, I take the Rams plus the points, and I will take an over because the one thing that I think Ernest actually got right in his conversation was the Rams' mindset here has to be shootout.
Yeah, I agree. They have to come out and attack. Their defensive front looks really, really good. Now the Eagles' offensive line much better than Minnesota's. But that's going to be a critical battle there. You're not going to win the game if you're the Rams and keeping it low scoring. So for me, I'm gonna take the Rams to cover slightly. I think the Eagles will win this game. And yeah, I think it is going to go a little bit over. I think that there's going to be moments for the Rams to attack, but ultimately, I think the Eagles are just too talented. They will pull away when the game is on the line in the fourth to get the win. Devin has the Eagles and the over, and then lastly, we go to Sunday, 6:30 Eastern time on CBS. It is the number 3 seed Baltimore Ravens. They are 13-5 on the year. A 1-point road favorite at the number 2 seed, 14-4 Buffalo Bills. 51.5 is your over under. Sean.
Yeah, I really gotta thank the NFL for that old 3-6 putting this game right at the kids' bedtime. Really excited for that.
For real, right?
Just gonna miss like the entire game. Really jacked up about that. Allen versus Lamar. This game is probably my favorite matchup of the week too, because I don't know which of my students is on this podcast, but I have a very loud Ian and a very loud Ivan in my second period class, and it is very Buffalo and very Baltimore, and I fully expect the next day, whoever wins that game, to be a very fun day because someone's just going to take a beating in second period, and it's going to be fun. So having said all that, I look at these two teams, and I think it's a tale of two teams going in opposite directions. I think the Buffalo Bills have been so high for so long, and Josh Allen has been so high for so long. And I don't think Allen's fallen off too far, but I think the team around him is showing some weather. And I think the defense is not as strong as it used to be. I think his offensive support system is under the weather or not healthy or just not as good as it has been. Whereas the Baltimore Ravens have now caught up to their leader and their quarterback, and that defense is playing at a level that it hasn't played at all year. I have to look at my spread again so I don't look like an idiot. I'm going to take it's I knew it was going to be close. But I'm going to take Baltimore. At one point, practically a pick 'em. I'm going to take Baltimore. This game could have been a touchdown, and I would have taken Baltimore.
Wow.
I think Baltimore is going to win this. I don't think it's going to be overly close. It's going to be a touchdown or more, and I think your kind of new reigning AFC QB king to be, post Mahomes. Lamar Jackson is gonna show what he can do.
Yes, EJ, we know he's a quarterback.
And it's an over.
Matt.
It's an over, no doubt.
All right.
This is the easiest over under of the week for me. This is over.
All right, very good, Matt.
I'm gonna go with the Bills this week. I think that the tear they've kind of been on lately has been a little bit more impressive in terms of some of the teams that they've beaten in these last few weeks. I'm seeing the Ravens played the Steelers twice, the Browns, the New York Giants, and the Bills had that impressive win over the Lions. And I think what they did against Denver was a good show too. So give me the Bills. I will take the over as well on this one.
All right, let's do the game.
And EJ and Kyle, right there is how you can have two complete opposite takes on the game, and no one got angry at each other. Matt and I are fine.
Yes,
I mean,
I defended a team that I think is playing way better than the other, and Matt just went, well, Buffalo's playing way better than Baltimore. And I just was like,
smug
okay,
there.
well, I guess I'm an idiot.
Well, here's the thing, Sean, is you did it intelligently. EJ is incapable of doing that. Now,
okay, that's
why? I didn't say shit.
that is so goddamn rude.
You didn't say shit.
Goddamn
You
true.
haven't shut up since you showed up here. What are you talking about?
That's my job to talk, buddy. Dickhead.
I picked my
So-
game. I'll sit back now.
So yeah, that being said, listen, I think this game is wildly close, and the Zay Flowers missing thing is huge for me, for Baltimore. It makes, I get it, Mark Andrews, and let's put it this way: will Isaiah get a catch from tight end? It's quite likely. But that being said,
Gross.
this is going to come down to, thank you. This is going to come down to Josh Allen and his performance, and does he kind of crack here? I don't think crack is the right word, but does he shrink here? I know for all the flack that Lamar
Smoke crack.
the part that was great, Jim. The part that Lamar Demetrius Jackson struggles in playoff games is, I think, is a touch overblown. But this doesn't matter to me. This game's going to come down to two teams flexing the shit out of the run game, and one big play by a quarterback to somebody down the field at some point is going to bust it open. Golly, and I like the number for the over-under. Somebody in Vegas did their job. I know 51 does seem a bit high, but it could go just the other way. Am I stalling? Yes. Give me Baltimore on the road, even though I love the former Ralph Wilson Stadium as a home field. The under feels confident, especially if Derrick Henry gets going, keeps Josh Allen off the field. Let's see if their running game can cook in Buffalo.
Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
EJ.
Yeah, I know
The
the vibe.
sequel not as good as the original there, Kyle.
Yeah.
I know the vibe on this game nationally is that to pick them, the one knows who to pick in this game. I'm with Sean here. I feel like the vibe. To me, I
Say
was
it.
getting
You
close.
almost-
Let's
No,
go.
like
Let's go. Hammer the Bills now.
no. I'm with Sean here, man. I think Baltimore wins this game and this game handily.
It's the
Right.
optics, right, EJ?
That's part of it.
Optics vibes.
Like I said, hammer the
Let's
Bills.
not forget. Let's not forget. They also
Fake
played
news.
early in the year and they beat the shit out of them. So there is.
Yeah, let's not forget the Chiefs lost one game, and it was the
Yeah,
Buffalo
let me finish-
Bills,
let me finish
asshole.
Hold on, let me finish talking. Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
No, you
All right.
cut everybody else all night.
All right,
Shut up.
You're both.
Thank you.
You're both pretty ladies.
God
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
Anyway, so no, like I said, we have a reference point also too about the fact that this team's played back in week 5, week 4, what it was, and Baltimore beat the shit out of them. That's simple.
Zay Flowers played in that game.
I just think, is they out for this game?
Yes, I said that.
I don't know.
asshole.
Kyle said that 30 seconds ago.
He said a lot of shit though, so I don't know.
It's also in print and radio.
Kyle also
and
filibustered
all
their
the
entire
TV.
fucking. Yeah.
I did
Anyway,
not
I don't think it
filibuster. I
matters. I
gave
don't
you
think-
facts,
I
asshole.
don't think it matters. I don't think it matters, man. Honestly, I don't think it matters. I think Baltimore wins this game running away, honestly, by a touchdown at least. Give me Baltimore win this game and give me the under actually as well.
All right, Mikey B.
God, I'm so glad I'm with fucking Matt on this one. Give me the goddamn Bills. I hope they shove it down their fucking throat. Fucking give me the Bills in the under. And no, it's not because I'm a fucking AFC North Bengal fan. It's because I want to watch the world burn, and I want to watch Ernest sit here and have everything crumble in front of him. I'm like, what do I root for now?
I'll be okay.
Who do I
Big
root for
guy
now?
Chiefs fan. You already know that.
You
answer.
forget, I have 44 teams. You forget this.
I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
surprised Kyle didn't
Okay.
tell me how the Bills slot receiver is going to key on the Baltimore's defense. I don't know.
Hi-oh!
I took the Texans plus the points. I've now taken the Bills plus the points. I want you to have one option left. I want you to have to try to find a 48th team to root for. I want to watch the world burn. Give me Buffalo.
Should we be talking about Bernie right now? Just throw. Oh wait, your mic. Of course you
Exactly,
can.
yeah.
It's going to be the best game of the weekend. I think. I don't think there's going to be a blowout either direction. I think both of these teams are really playing at at their best clip. Baltimore's made hell of adjustments on the defensive side, which has made them a much better football team on both sides of the ball. Bills coming in here cruising pretty well. That said, I like where the Baltimore Ravens are at. I think that they're absolutely playing the best. I think they're a team that's focused on kind of changing the narrative around themselves. How both of these teams are. I mean, really, this is a big spot for both these teams. I like the Ravens though in this game, obviously to cover the one and get the victory. And I will take a slight over. I think we're going to see the offenses get moving in this one. Devin has the Bills and the over.
As a side note, if there's a candidate for an overtime game this weekend, it's sure as hell this one. So don't worry, Sean. Maybe after bedtime, you'll be fine to watch the last part of the game.
100%. 100%.
The over number is perfect, though. They have it right. They nailed that number. So
yeah, Vegas did their job on this one.